as far as the
Double standards.
In all honesty, I feel like double standards puts us. We are the only people, as far as culture, that struggles with it. Like, and what I mean by that, when you look at Asians, when you look at who else? Whites. When you look, like, none of that applies to how their upbringing or their home is necessarily. Like, okay, yeah, white men had a lot of gay individuals from the beginning of history to now, but that was in a culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was acceptable long as you taking care of your business at home. With us, it's an argument because we have women, like she stated earlier, that are conditioned to take those roles. The reason why they are conditioned to take those masculine roles and be the mother and the father in the home is because of the simple fact the government took away everything from the black male. They took away the industrial factories back in the day, and that was what was really putting us on the map. So
that in the trades.
Yeah, exactly. So the trades, that's what I'm saying. Like, for the trades, when they took those away, they took them out of the high schools, and that's where all the wood shop, everything, all the men was going to. You can be an electrical engineer or you could be a plumber in high school. So we were starting early, and they took that away from us. And then it got to the point where, like, now everybody is lost as far as what role needs to be played. You know, a lot of people don't understand. You, like he said, like Terry stated earlier, like, everybody have their own perspectives to take in. As a woman, naturally, they are healers. They fix situations. Usually, Big Mama had the recipe. Big Mama can get you back right. The man was out working. You know what I'm saying? Okay, a woman can work too, but where we lost our base at is the women lost their base in the household, because women running around now stating that I'm educated, but they can't cook. Right. Or they don't understand how to take care of the household as far as healing. You know what I'm saying? Just like the men. We had the reason why the women, like men wanted women to stay in the house because initially it was for their protection. Like a lot of white men, that's like really a lot of white men really had their way. So they could sleep with a man or a woman, sleep with the black lady at work and say you can get a raise, or forced her and know that they was going to lose the case they was going to win the case at the end of the day, because it's the black and white thing. So it's to protect the woman for the man initially to go out and provide for his family. Now, when they start stepping out, they start giving women, like nowadays, a lot of women I talk to, they say they don't even know how they pass their courses. They barely studied. Some studied a lot. Some stressed themselves out studying, but they don't understand how they even got this degree. And they was honest with me. It's because if you educate the black woman and you put her in a better position as far as education and job-wise, that's automatically going to take our situation, and what they look at is like, what can you provide? Are you making more money than me? And if you are, it's okay. But at the same time, I can sustain like my life with what I'm making. Even if I have a child by a man, I can still take care of him. So the double standard is just really positions and roles that needs to be played accurately. Like I have an Indian homie. His household is still, his mom is at home, the dad is out. Now she got her own business and she goes out and work from time to time, but she really still holds down the hut. She's never sick. When the man gets sick, she take care of him. When the child gets sick, she takes it. It comes out of you. So naturally, the woman is the nurturer. It's a big difference. A man, that emotion isn't really there compared to a woman. Like, women just understand, like, when you breastfeed, it comes from the bosom. That's an emotional attachment to the person who can. Women don't even breastfeed no more. Now we doing infamil. It's to take away the means of what the purpose of the woman and the man is on the instant gratification side. Like, first it was the mouth to boob. Now it's separation of how can I make this quickly. Now it's to the point where women not even taking care of their children no more. They just handing them off and saying fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still got to live my life too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when
so
did
the
that
double
separation
standard,
occur, though?
the separation occurred pertaining to what?
From black families knowing the roles in the household to now it's just anything.
See, the black men started trying to, when they got money, when black, so I was saying the 70s, black men started trying to like play that same role the white man did. Because originally, you can't touch this white woman. You can't do nothing with this white woman. She's superior. If y'all touch her, y'all going to jail. So, you know, it's just like taking me in a candy store when I was younger. My mom didn't let me have candy. It was a household rule. I couldn't eat candy till I was 18. You know what I'm saying? Only reason being because all of the kids that I was in school with, their teeth was missing. They had fill-ins, and now the fill-ins that they was getting is affecting us now. So the fill-ins that they got back in the day was mercury that they was shooting inside your body. So my parents was up on game because I had a father that was a dentist, and he said that it would affect us later on. So a lot of people who got the mercury shot in their teeth, they have cancer now. So, you know, it's like I was on game, but when I turned 18, I went crazy and I have hella cavities. So it's like the same thing with the household with the black man. Like, if you tell him he can't have this white woman, he can't have multiple wives, he can't have as much money as this white man, that's the role we tried to take on. We tried to take on, okay, if I'm out and about and I see my superior or my slave master doing X, Y, and Z, and now I have the freedom to, motherfuckers start wilding. You know what I'm saying? It started like women lost their base. They started trying to compete with their own men. You know what I'm saying? Instead of understanding, you know what I'm saying, keeping your head in, like grounded as far as spiritually and culturally. The whole point of religion and culture is to keep you grounded. And a lot of us don't have that no more. And the reason why we don't have it is because America is at free will. All my homies back in Africa, all of them want to come here because you don't have to have a religion. Back home you do. Anywhere outside of the US you have to have a religion. And if you don't, your family push you away and they shun you. You're not a part of that family no more. And that was the difference. We lost ourselves when it came to culture and religion. We lost ourselves, pushing ourselves away from just like what was I going with it? Like the double standard aspect, we pushed ourselves away from a lot because we started trying to do things that wasn't a part of our like means on earth. Like we started trying to be like everybody else instead of keeping our head down like within our culture. We used to be rocking out, we had business, we were funding each other, but now it's to the point where like every black man, every black women are skating around now trying to find jobs and they get them. Black men are getting laid off all the time. And now they don't need us at all. So we don't have a choice but to work with each other. So now it's like, you know, right, everybody got to really tap in and really pay attention to what the hell going on.
Well, I mean, all that's by design, though.
Exactly.
All of it's by design. And when you realize that, what action do you take?
Okay, we have enough money to do whatever we want, but we're not doing it correctly. We still getting checks cut, especially our women. Our women, they spend $4 billion on hair and makeup products from 3 to 12 months. They can spend on the span from $4 to $6 billion. Billion. We ain't talking about million. We ain't talking about a couple like billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they taking their money and spending it with Koreans. They have all of the shops we used to have. They own, like we don't own shit, so we losing. We can really spend money within each other, but we don't. The first thing we do when we support each other is say, you try to find a reason not to support them again. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because we don't understand sometimes why the price is much more higher. Because, you know, sometimes like you have a corner store, like the Indians or Arabs that have a corner store, right, and their chips is 30 cents. We might have to throw the extra 5 cents on there because we're not getting the same cut of the deal from the factory.
That's a fact.
Right. So we don't understand why we got to pay more. It's like, wow, we want some Arabs. We only got Arabs. We only got 30 cents. We can't do that extra 5.
Right.
But we need to give up that extra 5
for sure
to help. But we have to understand why we're giving up that extra 5.
I think that comes with work. That comes with working together as well too, though, because when the difference, one of the big differences is, and it depends on the industry too, but one of the big differences is when that Korean beauty supply go and put their order in, they ordering for 12 stores, so they're gonna get a lower rate. Versus that black beauty supplier, they ordering for that one store, they're gonna get a higher rate.
And they pass the stores down too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like if the black beauty suppliers are working together and they order for 12 stores, they gotta have the same prices as the other store, but we not. So it's like we are working together more, but it's still not to the level it needs to be at.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I said, everything is about design. Ever since, like, I read on the history of what is the guy started the black businesses way back.
Is it Reginald, the dude on Black Wall Street?
Big, the biggest black leader, like back in the 30s and 40s.
Marcus Garvey?
Marcus Garvey. He started so many businesses.
Yeah.
So in black people supporting him.
Yeah.
They had money.
Right.
And the CIA sent a black spy in to sabotage every business he had.
Right.
But we did put our money together.
Right.
And do things to support his business. And we could do it now.
Absolutely.
We get more money.
The difficult part about doing it now is that we, like, not speaking for everybody, but most of us, we don't like each other. Like, I'm just being real. Like, either a woman was hurt by her own father, or a boyfriend she grew up with, or a man was scarred by his own. Like, a lot of us look at ourselves in the mirror and really don't like ourselves. You ever just walked outside, seen your kind, said hello, and they act like you shot them? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that painful. Like,
self-hate is real.
It's very difficult to put our money together now because we don't trust each other. Like,
and then that goes into the next topic, though.
you know
Definitely.
what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Like, I literally watch my homies on Instagram, people I done went to SIU with, at U of I, even my family back home in Africa. I watch these people blow money, and then I say, I come with a business proposition, and they don't know how to go about it. They afraid to invest. They rather, like, everybody's so stingy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's to the point where, like, we don't do our research. We don't understand anything. We just, like, trying to make a quick buck and move forward, even working in corporate. We losing in corporate. We don't own nothing. Like, I don't care what black successful person you see, even Virgil. That killed me when I found out he didn't own Off-White. Like, that fucked my head up.
I didn't know he didn't own
That
Off-White.
just killed
That's
me.
what I'm
Like,
saying.
He don't own Off-White?
No.
Wow.
He losing, G.
Who
Like,
owns
they
it?
put him as the face of Off-White, as the lead designer, so we can buy into it. All these rappers talk about it, and they can win. That's what they did. Like,
That shit definitely was pushed. Is it a black man? Is it at
losing.
least a black man that own it?
We're losing.
Damn.
G. Like,
Damn.
y'all, like, we really don't get it. We really don't get it. Gucci pushed Dapper Dan back out there so we can start buying Gucci again.
Yeah.
Like,
Cause they shitted on who was that? Gucci Mane of the Migos. They asked for I get 20% off or some shit. They were like, bro, you spent, like, I think Offset spent like millions of dollars in Gucci one year. And they what did you get? Like, somebody asked him, he's like, they gave me like a 20% discount or something. He's like, bro,
20%.
why you don't got a fucking endorsement, bro? You just spent like
You feel
$4
me?
million this year in Gucci.
yeah, they
like,
don't. They not trying
know
to,
what I'm
like,
saying?
really. Now they would take Offset and do a shoot with him possibly,
Yeah.
just to get the clout back up. Like, all they got to do, like, this what we did. We got mad and we said we boycotting Gucci for a little bit. Okay, yeah, they did the blackface. People caught on. It don't matter what kind of black you was, you caught on. You caught it and it made you feel some type of way. Cool.
Right.
Cool, that's cool. But we did it internet-wise. We ain't contact Gucci and say, what could y'all do for us?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where you win at. Just like the shit that happened with the when everybody turned their profiles blue for what was it? Kenya or not Kenya? Iran, was it?
There's so many of them. I think it's what the fuck? I can't
When
think of which one it
when
was.
everybody profile was blue. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was an internet thing. We ain't do
Right.
nothing to get them money. We didn't do no fundraisers.
Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah.
like, so we got the game fucked up. They got us going against each other on a psychological end, and we losing. Like, our women need us and we need them. It don't matter what we going through, what you been through. Everybody need therapy. Don't none of this, like, for example, remember when we was talking about the bisexual and gay community? You know what I'm saying? Like, I talked about how, like, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a Pan-Africanist. I'm 100% in a game. If it's not for our people, I'm against it.
Right.
Like, so if you not procreating, you know what I'm saying? Like, and your lifestyle is not about procreation, I'm not against you. I'm just not with the lifestyle on the aspect of understanding that you are not trying to bring another one of us forward. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? I got great homies. I'm in the fashion industry. I get it. And I really understand some of their lifestyles. But a lot of them that I talk to, the reason why they say they are gay is because they've been, they either been raped or like manipulated into it. Like in a sense of like certain things was okay from birth. Like it's okay for you to play with this doll. It's okay for, you know what I'm saying? Because your child, what you instill in your child or your spouse, I mean, not your spouse, your child or your seed is what they can grow up to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen a video the other day with a little boy saying, I am great, I can achieve anything. You know what I'm saying? I am great, I can achieve anything. And his energy, he really believed it. You know what I'm saying? So if you let that be known that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, let that simmer like within your childhood, that's what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like you identify things as blue and pink, Barbie doll and trucking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like those, like even psychology, like when I took it in school, like that's, you know what I'm saying? The balance between the two. It's difficult with our people though, man. Like I'm nervous for this year coming up because we so damn sleep.
But I
like,
mean, if you go back to procreation,
right,
and Pan-Africanism,
right.
Now you take those two things. We're put here to procreate, and I was talking to someone yesterday, and I told them that they put genetically modified salmon into the water,
right,
to mate with the salmon and the other fish that was already down.
Yeah, you on some shit. That was, yeah, I seen that.
Then, if the original salmon dies off,
right,
you have no more original salmon. You just have hybrids.
Right.
Now, take it into black people. The image that they're putting out is of light-skinned women, light-skinned men,
right,
pretty eyes, supposedly, and curly hair.
Right.
So everybody's kind of going after that, consciously or subconsciously.
Correct.
My grandma was light-skinned. My great-aunt was dark.
Right.
My great-aunt loved light-skinned people, but she hated her own color. How did that play in my mind? I love light-skinned women. Now, if we go to other races and we mate, procreate, after a while, after the original black people or the original source of the creation dies, we only have mixed babies. So it's going to be, in some years, no more black race. It's going to be just mixed.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
No, sir.
How, though? If they keep setting these images out here.
Yeah, I get you.
And we keep buying into it. Like, look at all the celebrities, the male celebrities.
No, I respect what you're saying. I get you. I get the concept, the psychological concept. But the reason why I'm saying we not going for that because it's a lot of people who have influence now that, like, we the reason that they, okay, like the government, yeah, they got more, you know what I'm saying, funding to, like the CIA and the FBI funds a lot of the media outlets. Like they do that, you know what I'm saying? When they crack down on drugs, they use that drug money to put genetically modified shit in food. Right. They doing shit in the infant they doing stuff in the cereal for the kids. They doing it to us in general. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just breaking down our chemical make as men. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I get it. But my thing is the rappers, you know what I'm saying? The hip hop culture, they are grasping on to Africa tightly. So a lot of the influences, a lot of the videos, a lot of the rap, a lot of people are becoming conscious, bro. See, but my thing is, they hit us with the crack in 80s. Now what they doing now, they trying to hit us with the marijuana now. So the marijuana by being legal, that's gonna be our new crack. So that's gonna put us back to sleep. But the thing is, the storm that's about to come, bro. Like, and what I mean by that, all of these rap stars, they going right back home. So the influence, we know what they trying to do. They talk about it too much. From J. Cole to Wale, all the way down to all of these rap niggas, they talking about it a lot, bro. And we are the people that they culture appropriate. Like, so they take our shit, twist it, try to put it out there like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they even got Asian rappers now. What the fuck do Asians know about rap? You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Like, they doing shit and they distorting our whole, like, aspect. But when we get up on it, like, you got Cardi talking out now. You got Offset. You got all of these different individuals that's becoming extremely conscious. That shit really waking us up, bro. Like,
I mean, I got a problem with that too, because Plato said in one of his writings, one of his books. He said that why is it that the famous or most athletic or most handsome people are the thinkers for the culture? Why aren't the intelligent people the influencers? Like, why does LeBron and Jay-Z and all these people speak for us? Just because they have the money and the platform. Why is it the intelligent people?
They 5%ers. Those intelligent people, I don't know how to vocalize myself because I've been like, I'm getting there. Like, I'm like way more like organized, but the shit that I've been through in life, it kind of like set me back, but I'm coming back like stronger now. So those people who are in that bracket, they are 5%ers. They individuals that don't have to create, but they're good at what they do. So like people look up to people like that because they trying to get to that point.
How are they the 5%ers though? The 5% were the people that know and tried to help.
5%ers of like people who sleep, creators, and people who just are good with talent. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like they get looked up to because there's a lot of people who want to be that way or wish to be that way or they fantasize with that. You know what I'm saying? So like we can't necessarily hold them responsible necessarily for our awakening, but they know now, like as of recently, they know that they can influence us. So they doing everything in their power to do so. You know what I'm saying? We just sensitive to a lot of shit. And that's another reason why.
I also think like I get that point off Plato. Like I definitely feel that. But I think we are fortunate that the people who are the famous people that are speaking for us are who they are.
Well, I mean,
as far as the ones who listen
intelligent.
To. Yeah, I think that we got the right ones for it as of right now. You know what I'm saying?
As far as our culture, we need to pick the most intelligent people and most savvy people every neighborhood. Because we have to move together. If we just got Jay-Z moving for us, they'll knock him off like they did Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and then we back lost.
But I'm gonna say a lot of men scared though.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull you back in because you've been
I'm just soaking it up.
We definitely need
for a hot second.
A lady's perspective on this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we gonna close it out with you.
What y'all want my opinion on exactly? Because y'all said a mouthful.
It was a lot, man. You could take it wherever you want to go with it. I mean, like, I guess to sum it all up, you know, black people are just in a space right now where we're
getting better.
Yeah, we are getting better
for sure. But getting a lot of generational curses.
It seems like we more at risk than ever. I guess we juggle that. You know, we walk that line all the time, so it seems like we're always more at risk than ever to something new. You know what I mean?
That's because we fall victim too easily, honestly. And that's since the beginning of time. We would have never been slaves for 400 years if we ain't fall victim so easily. That's my opinion, honestly. That may be a hard truth, but that's my opinion. I just think, I don't know, we get sidetracked by so much stuff. Even on Facebook, like one thing happened, whole Facebook talking about it, like, and it don't mean nothing. You feel me? Everybody just want something to talk about, just something to say when you're not paying attention to the bigger picture.
Facts.
That's
Absolutely.
For everybody. You feel me? Home is what matters. Your people is what matters. People look at me crazy, like white coworkers and everything, when I say I don't date outside my race. And it's nothing against other races, but I'm gonna keep.
Where you find her? I like you, G.
I'm gonna keep everything in house with me for sure. I'm gonna keep everything in house. I got plenty of friends who own businesses. Unfortunately, they're women. Men, I need y'all to. And I understand it might be harder. Like, I feel like it is harder. It ain't. For some men, it is.
It is.
Why?
Because I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing. My a good friend of mine, she just opened a V-steam bar, vaginal steaming, using herbs to detox the vaginal. You know what I'm saying? Before, trying to find a location was hard. But the one thing I can agree with I'm gonna step off real quick with my uncle, 50, stone to the bone. He said, y'all try to go and open y'all businesses in these other neighborhoods because you scared to be in your own neighborhood because you think your people gonna mess it up. When in reality, these other neighborhoods don't want you in their neighborhood with your business. So when we was trying to find locations to open up this V-steam bar, in like around Hyde Park, Bridgeport, 35th, all that stuff. They ain't want us there. Meeting with the aldermen, different aldermen, trying to see if we can open it up. No, rejection after rejection after rejection. They don't even want us in their neighborhood. And that's a black woman. She good credit. She got all her stuff lined up, trying to open
Everything
up
they
a
want you
business.
to
You
have.
feel a whole
Yeah.
business plan, everything that they want you to have. She got a 5-year business plan, numbers all lined up and everything. They like, nah, we don't want you. And so many other words, nah, we don't want you here. You feel me?
Yeah.
So just imagine a black man trying to do that, and it is a stigma. It is like
They gonna kill him.
From what I'm hearing, it's only if you don't want to be around your people, it's hard for you.
honestly, I feel like we should open more businesses in our community, but we see how that works.
Well,
You feel me?
You have
I
to
just
be
feel
there.
I need more
think
black
it works
people to get on
well
board.
I think it works well depending on how you treat your customers though.
Exactly. That
You know
goes
what I'm
back
saying?
to being a
Like,
pillar in
and-
the community.
But that's
don't
the
get me
thing,
wrong, you
like
gonna have people.
black women go to the same nail shops or whatever the case, or Macy's or whatever it is, and they're constantly being disrespected and they do not care. You feel
Yeah.
me? Why is it so easy for you to sweep disrespect under the rug from another race and another establishment,
Right.
but you can't give feedback to your own people?
That's self-hate like all day.
All
That's
day.
that's inferiority complex all day. But yeah, I think this is inferiority complex. I just think that, you know, when we do shit for our own people, as long as we treat our people right, you know what I'm saying? This shit like, you know, for example, in this barbershop, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might be somebody, like the kids be out here dancing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, they got to use the bathroom. They be out here dancing on the
I
corner
don't
all
understand
night.
why they outside dancing. You don't even see white kids outside dancing fundraising. I never see white
mean,
kids
you-
outside
I mean,
fundraising.
Because they fund it. They don't have to fundraise. You know what I'm saying? Like, they parents got the bag, so they don't got to do that. Like, our kids got to do stuff a little different.
Appreciate them every time I see
But-
them. Like,
But the thing is, like, you know, they'll go up and down this strip trying to find somewhere to use the bathroom. Like, won't nobody let them use the bathroom. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
petty.
We let them come in and use the bathroom. And it's like so the respect for the establishment is going to mirror the respect that you have for the people. It be shit like
True.
that. It don't necessarily just be like the behind the counter customer service. It be like, I'm running in like, bro, I'm finna shit on myself. I got to take a shit. Nah, we ain't got no bathroom. Like,
And
nah,
then-
we ain't got no bathroom.
those the same
Them-
people that if something go down, then they gonna let you know.
Exactly,
Like,
and then people don't got no respect for your business after that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not treating the people right. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like you making all this money in the community. What are you doing for the local schools? Like, are you doing like a backpack drive? Are you doing? So it's just like if you treat the people right, the people gonna treat you right. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
They gonna look out for you.
But we gonna wrap this segment up. We gonna come back with another one, our final part 4, and because I have my boy Omar come through. He's big on the healthy eating. You big on the healthy eating. So I'm gonna let
Can
y'all.
y'all help me
link
get
on
on
that one.
track?
It's definitely gonna be
please.
a conversation
So,
right there. Yeah.
I just had a burger today from M Burger.
Man,
It was good though.
But before we wrap up, I do want y'all to drop y'all information one more time so people can find y'all.
Do it Jade way or no way. No,
All
or
right.
no way is not at the end. Just do it Jade way.
Okay. Drop your
Okay.
info one time.
Reggie.McFly. Man, everything is on there. Creativity. If you want a good page to follow where you won't see just selfies and
Right.
booty shaking, definitely check me out. Like, oh, didn't even know.
I'm just saying.
For sure.
All right. So that's it, man. See, that's part 3 season finale. Stay tuned. Make sure y'all check out part 4. Go back and watch part 1 and 2 if y'all haven't seen it already. And we appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Why does it always have to end up like this? 'Cause you's a bitch.